Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
That's one hell of a way to start this off.
That's right.
Just setting the tone for the evening.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So what's the whiskey? What are we drinking today, Eddie?
Tonight, we did vodka last time. We were kicking around whiskey, so I was like, let's do Crown Royal. I was going to bring apple, but I left the apple at the house because we like that. And I never had the vanilla, so I was like, let's go get the vanilla. So I got Vanilla Crown for tonight's podcast.
I like vanilla. This should work out.
Is this a Pinkies Up one? I
It
feel like
is.
this is.
Well, look at the bottle.
seems-
I'm trying to tuck mine in.
All right, here we go.
Let's
Down the
get it.
hatch.
Cheers.
Oh, that's smooth.
That is very good.
Speaking of class,
Reminds me of Mother's
we got
Best
Crazy Stallion, $1.25, 24 ounce
That's the good stuff.
beer.
ladies
Yeah,
and
it's,
gentlemen.
it is. It tastes like really bad wine.
Now,
so
I have a question about it.
Mhm.
Is this like a Florida only thing, or can you get this like?
I don't know.
Aren't you a brand ambassador?
You can find Crazy Stallion at any Circle K that looks like it doubles as a meth lab.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Eric Mann for Crazy Stallion.
It's a classic lager, American made, handcrafted. The hands weren't washed, but handcrafted.
Yeah.
And
Stallion, much like the Colt, but not really.
it's a Pennsylvania beer.
Hey, look at that.
I would expect nothing less.
Okay, if everybody doesn't know, that's where I'm from. I moved here 14 years ago. So
And yet you don't know about the Crazy Stallion?
Jeremy,
I don't. This is crazy news to me.
look up the Crazy Stallion.
Yeah,
we
what
need to
part
know
of
more.
Pennsylvania? I want the backstory of this brewery.
Also from
That
the
I
same
don't know
place
of.
as a man who was apparently president for 2 days in the
Yeah, who was that guy again?
Charles Thompson?
Charles Thompson.
Something like that?
So yeah, he was the shortest term president ever, right?
Mhm.
I guess maybe is that?
Hey, sometimes it's for you, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think he was president, but then
Well,
again,
for 2 days.
I'm not a history teacher.
It was
so
tryouts.
You are a teacher though, right?
I am a
Crazy
teacher,
Stallion
There we go.
malt liquor.
but not of history. So don't give me any shit about the things I don't know.
Well, I don't
Because
think
that's
we
not my
properly-
subject.
We didn't properly introduce our guest here today.
Hi, I'm Eric.
This is Eric Mann.
Oh, by the way,
He's the lead singer of F.I.L.T.H. We've gigged with him many times. Man, it's been fun every time we get together.
Also,
it's been a fun show.
member of Faces of Many.
Also a member of Face of Many. Also
Yes.
guest vocalist for Bleeding in Stereo.
Yes, he does.
He jumps on
you
stage
would shut
with
your
us.
mouth or say it to my
Say it.
face.
Don't be a
Yes.
puss. Just get it on out there.
The fan favorite.
Top priority.
It seems to be. Yeah. That's a funny thing. What song is that for your band? That just the crowd cling to.
None of them. Nobody likes us that much. No, I don't know. It's the Quiet Song gets requested a lot, which is good because I like that one.
always good,
From
yeah.
that same first EP that also gets requested a bit is Criminal, which I hate that song. Absolutely hate that song. Despise that song. Please stop asking me to play it. Stupid Dave. And off the new one,
Have you guys had a chance to really road test that material?
road test no, but just from like the people who listen
Just
to it on
response,
Spotify
I
and
got
stuff.
you, yeah.
What I've heard, and I don't know. I don't have my numbers in front of me right now. Actually, the song that has our best numbers ended up on a bunch of weird like TikTok, Spotify playlists,
That's
and I don't know why or how. We are on TikTok, for the record. You can make TikToks to our music. And not enough people are doing that, so please do that more.
Grab a hold.
I want that sweet TikTok money
Yeah,
that I
before-
don't think exists.
Before Trump bans it. I guess.
Oh yeah,
That sweet TikTok cash.
or whatever the next TikTok thing is that
Bitcoin.
after it gets banned.
TikTok coin. That's the next currency.
Oh hey, we actually appear on Google image search. That's cool.
There you go.
They say if Google knows you.
Hey, wait. Do you guys have a wiki? Did
No.
you get there yet? We're not
No.
there yet either, man. Nobody gives a shit enough.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want anyone to.
Yeah.
Like, if-
Define me. Go ahead.
I'm very negative about my band. And if someone were to take the time to actually track like our history and stuff without asking us, I'd be like, you gotta find something else to do.
Well, I've been tracking a little bit of your history. I've noticed that in Filth, you wear a shirt.
Yes.
Faces of Many,
Here we go.
you don't.
Well, at first I
Well,
did.
yeah.
At first I did. And then I stopped. Because it's hot.
Hot
Yeah.
balls.
I wear technically 3 shirts in Filth.
But you're a very energetic frontman, from my experience.
Yes.
Either band I've seen you in, man, you just give it all.
Yeah, for a
That's
lethargic
awesome.
fat man, I do okay.
You do well.
No, I mean it's always been our goal to I mean from day one shoot, like even wearing a mask and stuff wasn't even my idea. It was I had randomly bought some goggles and like a steampunky like spiky gas mask
Yeah.
from like some industrial local festival I went to where some of the bands were good.
Can't remember the names.
The Ludovico technique, actually, they were cool. They're still
Yeah,
around.
you remembered one. That's cool. You came
I
out
don't
with
remember the rest.
You came out with one.
But I had that mask and I'd taken a picture of it and put it on Facebook before I was in Filth, and some people were like, "That's cool looking." And so one of those people was our guitarist, Mike Andes, and so when he invited me to try out for Untitled music project at the time, this was after the fact. This was after I had been accepted into Untitled music project. We were called something that we're no longer called, and we were talking about like, well, what do we want to do with the show? So like even before we'd played a live show, we were thinking about like, what are we gonna look like live?
Yeah, an image.
Yeah, and early experimental Filth ideas were very guar, like almost like we
like
were
the extreme
Yeah.
end of the spectrum.
yeah.
Of
We
gimmick,
were
I guess you would
right.
say.
Freddie would always say, Freddie's our drummer for those that don't. know.
Freddie's awesome. We
Um,
ate with him one night after a show at Waffle House.
He's a silly man, and I love him.
He's
Well, hey,
awesome.
my favorite thing about Freddie is the cowbelt. I mean, the cowbelt, hands
If
down.
nobody knows, go ahead. You can explain what that's all about.
The cowbelt is the ultimate instrument of fuck, as Freddie likes to say,
Yeah.
because you literally play it by humping the air, causing a lever. It's a belt.
Kind of like a strap-on.
Yeah, I mean it. And you know, again, anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. It
Theme of the
could
whole show.
it could be used as that. I wouldn't recommend it. It looks like it has some sharp corners. But
May cut a little
plus,
bit.
God knows where that thing's been. Hopefully not inside a person.
Freddie probably has used it once or twice for that.
Freddie's exes, please write in.
Yeah, the experienced ones.
Yeah, it's a so he humps the air and a lever hits a cowbell, and it's pretty fun. Yeah,
Fucking
we've
awesome.
always like, Filth was always a project that
Some shock value.
Yeah,
to it.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I love it.
and
That's what I love
we've
about it.
backed off on it in recent years, because honestly, because our music's gotten more. I'm gonna say serious. Not like I'm not trying to be pretentious here, but we've stopped writing to a gimmick and started just like
Being who
yeah,
you be.
kinda. I mean, I still fake a lot of I fake a lot of shit. Music doesn't have to be authentic. Art doesn't have to be
No,
authentic.
it doesn't. You can, like we were just talking about that on our first podcast last week. That
Yep.
you know, sometimes you shoot at a target, and sometimes you're just like, I don't fuck it. Let's just do whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
see
do you
what
guys?
happens.
I was actually because I did listen, and I remember that conversation. And I was actually a little curious about it. Do you guys feel like you have a song that you wrote, and I'm not saying you don't enjoy it, but you feel like is less authentic for you? Like it's not, or maybe even like you've grown out of some of those beliefs, things like that.
Oh yeah.
I know
yeah.
one right off the
I
bat.
know what you're saying.
I know
exactly.
which one you're going to say.
Pressure.
Well, Pressure was a gimmick song.
Absolutely.
We wrote that in like
10 minutes.
30 minutes at the most, you know.
You're giving it too much credit.
Okay. It was one of those, and we manufactured it, and we did a video for it, and we went to Brett Hessler. He recorded it, did a great job of producing that. Brett Hessler is, he used to be the lead singer of Dark New Day.
Yeah.
Really good engineer, man. But long story short, it didn't
just
have
didn't
that,
feel
you
right.
know. And we played it, and yeah, it just didn't feel like authentic at all.
We played it and it sounded great, but you could tell our connection to it wasn't there.
So we didn't. It just
And you
didn't
know
come
from being
off
on
right.
stage, the audience, you're not going to bullshit them.
No, that's where you test it. You know,
So
for sure.
there was no emotional connection to it, and we're used to playing songs that we're kind of attached to. So to see, I guess, that switch on us and it not be authentic for us to play, it's never garnered the crowd reaction that we wanted it to. So it's
That's kind of how we deduct, I guess, what we put in our set.
Yeah.
Not that, you know, we release the music, but as far as like what we play live, yeah, we kind of go off of what we see has a good response. you
For
know?
sure, for sure.
Try
Because
to.
that's probably one of the reasons why I say I don't like the song "Criminal," because it's very. I mean, it was so the for the old school Filth fans, all like one.
One and a half. The dog likes you
Like
too.
our very first show, we were called Modus Operandi, and we were trying to build this whole like gimmick around like being like criminality and things like that. And we had like a curtain that we had spray painted "What's Your MO" on, and we haven't done the curtain drop in years. We still have it, but it's a mess to bring, and it's stupid. And why did we build a curtain? But
We have those props laying around.
I have so many props that we've used
Yeah.
like once.
Yeah, you're like, well, that was a fucking tragedy.
Like
We're
our
gonna do that again. At all.
9,500 foot tall scrims.
Yeah,
yes.
I built
they were good until outdoor shows happened.
I built a confetti cannon.
Okay.
Well, not a. I mean, like it was a handheld thing. There's a tool that you use to like, if you want to unclog your toilet,
Right.
you shoot CO2 into the toilet.
Oh, big time
Uh-huh.
unclogger.
Yeah.
Nuke
So
that
it's just
thing.
you press down, it shoots a thing of CO2, and it's supposed to unclog your toilet. So I bought one of those, a fixed a toilet paper, or no, like a paper towel roll to it with like lots of tape and stuff.
Gotcha.
And we were playing this Battle of the Bands.
In Orlando, or
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Which I'll never do a Battle of the Bands again, but this was a fun experience.
we've done it. Yeah,
Shout out to OrlandoBands.com for letting us on it, because it was a lot of fun, and we did get to do some pretty cool things as a result of it. But yeah, I'm also not a fan of the Battle of the Bands model. So I built this thing, and I mean our goal was to be like, our goal was to stand out, like give the crowd something that.
Because they talk about
Yeah.
it. Sure, get people to come. You know.
Yeah, I feel like
See what they're
sometimes
talking
stage
about.
performance is such an afterthought for some people. And I'm not saying you have to go full on, like, again, you don't have to go the Guar approach. You don't have to be like,
3 foot penis that squirts all over the
yeah, the
audience.
cuttlefish of Cthulhu. No, I mean you don't have to go full on Alice Cooper or anything like that. But just
Yeah.
like remember that people are watching you and be excited is pretty much
Sure,
just it. Just be
Hey,
cognizant.
while
of
you're
it.
up there, you know,
Yeah.
you're supposed to be, you know, providing something they marvel and can't do per se, and they're like, I want to watch this performance of, and give
Yeah.
you know, how are you going to gain respect of the crowd? I guess if you're not impressing them with some
Yeah.
wow factor, I
the,
guess.
the way I look at it, and I've heard people, some people say something along the lines of like, especially on the local level, like, people only paid like $10 to be here, so like if they don't get a show, whatever. It's like,
Yeah, we don't.
that-
we hard.
that's
it
a shit attitude, because, I mean, I get it,
I've
but
had those shows, and I look back, and you know, my
Absolutely.
wife actually helped me look at it the right way, and I'm like, yeah, I was an ass. You know, just because there
Yeah.
wasn't nobody there doesn't mean we shouldn't give who is there a show.
yeah, I mean, I get it, especially when it's hard to
It's battling your rejection is what it feels like. you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I feel like so many people go like, I think one of the problems too is that so many people go like, just kind of lose themselves in it, which is fine and I think is great. But like when you're reliant on a super active crowd
Yeah.
to
get you
going,
Yeah.
when you go just kind of autopilot and you don't have that, you're gonna bring it down.
Yeah.
Whereas
It's hard.
I try to stay relatively as much as I can cognizant. Which as much as I drink, people will say I'm bullshitting you, but I practice drunk, so that's why I'm able to do it.
Yeah, you know what's happening. You've mastered it.
And I say that as kind of a joke, but it's also kind of true.
It's
like
real.
if
I
you're
get it.
going to
Yeah.
drink at a show, have drinks at practice. Get used
Make sure
to
you know what that is.
Conditioning.
Yeah, get used to practice your. That's another thing I do.
Well, that's
is-
like Ron White, the comedian, right? You know, he's always
Yeah, yeah.
drinking. You know, so
You get you gotta like it's muscle memory. If you don't do it a certain way,
Yeah.
then
you're out of your element. You're
yeah.
gonna fall on your face, basically.
Well, I will say this: I'm impressed because seeing you live, your ad
Yeah,
lib
dude, it's
is
awesome.
on point.
Fuck you.
it's not ad lib
love
though.
it.
Get your asses.
It's not ad lib though. I
Over here.
practice it.
all of it. Come on, man.
Not all of it. I mean, there's
There's
a
some
little
in the moment
bit.
stuff where
Yeah.
you're calling people out specifically.
There's
And
well, so it's things like so when we play in Jacksonville, I've done some bits where I've like kind of talked shit on the city of Jacksonville because
We do
love
too.
we love you Jacksonville, but this is kind of a shit city in a lot of ways. But I say that as someone from Orlando, so
Which,
you know,
what are you?
I'm with
yeah,
you.
let's define your city here.
And listen, we're number one right now
In
in new
COVID.
COVID
Yeah.
cases.
and
so,
meth.
We're leading in shootings.
You're not
probably all of
incorrect.
it, you know.
It's-
Yeah.
We're nobody can afford meth in Orlando because everybody works for Disney.
Slave.
But it's it's you know, people say like, oh, how did you come up with that thing? It's like I just thought about the fact that I was playing in Jacksonville and I just made jokes about it in practice space. Chose the ones that weren't as
Preparation.
mean.
Yeah, preparation. Right
Maybe made a couple of jokes that were too mean and went, don't do that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's not like, yeah, there's a little bit of like in the momentness, but a lot of it is just like, even that, like I just practice, you know, even like when we practice, I'll make jokes about, you know, shit we do, or like if we make a little mistake or something.
So
I'll,
Dippin'
like, call
Dots
it
was
out.
premeditated.
Yeah, that was totally. Well,
Loved it.
that was a reference to the last show,
Right.
which that was not planned.
No.
But then the second time it was planned, and we did not know that there were going to be actual Dippin' Dots and be sponsored by Dippin' Dots the day of the show.
That's awesome.
We found that out like 2 days before, so that was
fate, brother.
yeah. You just gotta believe in
was
Dippin'
fate.
Dots. I don't necessarily believe in a higher power, but Dippin' Dots is a higher power.
So if
yeah.
Dippin' Dots became a sponsor of F.I.L.T.H, what would F.I.L.T.'s flavor of Dippin' Dots taste like?
So I've actually thought about this.
Yeah, because the color would suggest, you know, a little bit of lime in there, but I don't know.
Well, so the obvious choice is like a mint chocolate, but that's obvious.
okay.
Yeah.
And fuck that.
Yeah. Gotta steer way,
So
way away from
I'm
that.
thinking a lime and coconut, and just go with the more like brown, darker, maybe even black for the coconut, or maybe if we want to go full adult, lime tequila and coconut.
Ah.
Even though I hate tequila, but it's not. I don't have to eat it.
No.
You can promote it,
Just
yeah.
have to tell people about
I
it.
have to take like 1 or 2 bites, right, before.
So good.
Right before, you don't even have to do it, just the act of it, and then, okay, cut.
There you go, Dippin' Dots, folks. You've
Wash
already
it
had
down with a
encounters,
little.
so
Wash it down with the original Crazy Stallion, handcrafted, American-made, classic
Did we get
lager.
the info on that? Where are they from?
Latrobe, Pennsylvania.
Latrobe.
Latrobe.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah,
I could
okay.
only find the packaging, which was in Wisconsin.
So they send it all over the place, and it ended up in Florida. At
What's-
a Circle K.
What's your guys' go-to? You want to be drunk and you have no money. What's your
Oh,
go-to?
shit. Well, wine is usually pretty cheap, man.
True.
For, you know what I mean? Like, you can get a $5 bottle and, you know, parse it out.
That's what I was going to say. Probably,
$2.50 at Aldi. Winking Owl.
There you have it. The wine is the winner. Winking owl. I love that.
I was going to say
have to
San
go-
Sebastian.
Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's good and cheap as well.
With San Sebastian, you get a bottle for like $10. And you can just crush it because
Yeah.
it's very drinkable.
But it's not winking owl.
Yeah.
Owl. You know, it's like,
No.
it's decent. It's for
Yeah.
$10. It's good shit.
I mean,
you
when
know, it's not bad.
you say that in my household, I'm not a big wine drinker at
Okay.
all, even the cheap stuff. But my wife likes cheap wine. That's how I know about Winking Owl. It's at Aldi. It's specifically sold at Aldi.
What's the other one? Yellowtail or?
Yellowfin?
No, it's got a kangaroo on it. Come on.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Yellowtail.
yeah,
Yellowtail,
yeah, yeah.
That is not good shit.
No, it's not.
And it's won awards.
Actually, I honestly think the Winking Owl is better than that,
I-
and it's like half the price.
Have
I
you
wanna
noticed
try
that?
it now. I'm
like
intrigued.
with wine and like
I have to know where the bottom is. You know what I mean?
high dollar drinks like that. It's like the worse they taste, the more awards are on the bottle for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's apparently.
Well, I mean,
no
PBR
doubt.
apparently won a blue ribbon at some point.
At some point.
That was great.
I love PBR. PBR, if you want to sponsor me as well.
We were just talking about PBR before we got started here.
Speaking of
So-
sponsors,
The 99 pack?
The
sponsor.
99 pack.
Early in the podcast, we're fishing for sponsors. If you can't tell.
Shout out to tonight's sponsor, Pattaya Thai
What we
on
got?
King
What we got?
Street. Stick around for the end, which may be the end of Mr. Mann. We'll see.
Jesus Christ.
Russell, I don't know. He said, "What does the box say there, Eddie? Read it for him."
Yeah, you
It
have to read
says-
the text from the owner that made this.
Don't fear the Reaper. Burning ring of fire. Bleeding in booty hole. Crazy hot.
Here we go.
Warning.
Pattaya Thai, King Street.
Like the best Thai food I've ever had in my life.
Man,
Seriously.
fuck you. How about that?
Yes.
I don't think Russ has the rebuttal. After you eat that, he'll get his proverbial fuck you back.
yeah, he
at
will.
you.
He will. Yeah, he
What
doesn't
is
have to
this?
say
Is
anything.
this like half the dish, or we just talking taste it? How far?
This
does
is
it
a
gotta-
test
what's
of
the-
strength. Kind
How
of like the
deep
Mortal
can you
Kombat
go?
where you hit.
Oh, we're supposed to
buttons.
share that?
I'll take
know.
I'll take
I
a
thought
bite
that
with
was,
you.
I thought that was me.
It's all yours.
If you need support, we will all take a bite with you.
Let me not.
We
let
will
me
go
not
down
try
with
to
the
be
captain.
like. Let me
We'll
not try
pitch
to be.
in on the ER bill as well.
Let me try not to be Big Billy Badass until I've actually had a bite of it.
Yeah.
Because I might have one bite and be like, "It's the
Might
hottest thing I've ever had."
Dip the toe. Dip the toe.
I'll say it's Thai food, hot. So if you know about Thai food and spiciness, yeah, it's coming.
It's going to taste great, but it's also going to rip your face
Okay.
It's gonna rip your asshole out.
Well, but there are like different levels of heat, right?
Absolutely.
Like because like when I go to like Indian places or Thai places or any like Asian place known for hot food,
The locals.
I ask them for insert
yeah.
country hot.
What is
Of
your
the authentic
version?
hot. What is it?
Yeah, and they'll look at me and be like, "But you're white," and I go, "I don't care. Give it to me.
Yeah,
I
you
want it."
haven't prepared for this moment.
They don't question my wife. For those that don't know, my wife is Dominican, Spanish, and very dark.
Yeah, they're
They don't question her.
You know, but this guy, what's up?
So I know what racism's like,
You got profiled right there. Look at that.
and I'm canceled.
They like bring you
whatever.
the child set of chopsticks with the rubber
So what's your
band.
favorite band right now, Eric? Like, who are you digging? Like, just
Okay.
Oh, I knew you were
Like,
gonna
dude.
ask this question, and I'm
Here
not
we
gonna
go.
have a good answer from 2020 because I'm like really shitty about listening to music.
Like, if you were
See,
to,
me,
like-
I went back. I'm always digging backwards. You know
So
what
2 years ago, this album came out called it's by a band called Daughters.
I mean?
And
How do you spell that? Like
just
DOTTERS?
how Daughters, yeah, DAUGHTERS.
Oh, like your daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant like daughters.
They're called Daughters. Since you're looking it up, the album's
what I
called
do.
the album's called "You Won't Get What You Want." One
I found
of
it.
my favorite songs off of it is "Long Road No Turns." It's like
Like an airport.
But before
runway.
you play it, let me try to do it justice with my words.
Okay.
So Daughters is a kind of noise rock
Okay.
that's probably some of the most terrifying shit I've ever listened to. It's like legitimately, I've described it to people before as like music you don't listen to in the dark. Because it's just really unsettling, like the way they play with like.
Was it even instrumentally that way, like dissonant?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
you know what I mean?
I'm actually saying that like yeah, the
Not
the,
only.
yeah. Well, the
words and
vocalist. So the
yeah.
vocalist doesn't even like. He doesn't even scream or sing. He mostly just kind of talks
Okay.
and yells and makes noise.
We like a Tom Waits type of talking,
Or
or little
no, like
more-
more talky.
more of a
Whoa,
GG
lower
Allen.
than that.
or-
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, I've been digging this album like for a while now.
It sounds intriguing, man. I want to hear
The
what's up.
I kind of like. It's kind of like an X-ray.
Oh, that's
Almost looks
interesting.
Like
Yeah.
weird
Oh,
brain
okay.
matter. I don't know.
I
Looks
like
like
it.
smoke.
I love the name of the album too. It like kind of prepares you for like what's gonna happen because it's like it's called "You Won't Get What You Want." Like we're not. You're not gonna
That's a
get.
good
You're not gonna get a
concept.
happy experience.
Expectation's a killer, man. It really is.
Yeah, if you were hoping I'd say like Slipknot, you're not gonna get that.
Little Nine Inch Nails vibe to it.
A little bit, yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
What's kind of weird about this band? I don't know if I'm supposed to talk over it while it plays.
That's cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely.
That's actually
can't-
that's
you
actually
can't
how, because I know you guys last podcast were talking a lot about like, oh, we can't play too much because of this. You can
I
play the
don't
whole
care
song as long as
anymore.
you like make commentary about it the whole time. Then it falls under fair use.
There you go.
Ah, so,
So,
thank you for that,
yeah.
Mr. Man.
Knowledge.
Yeah.
So that's a thing.
So-
Now you might actually have to fight that. Like
Right.
It might be a
it's-
battle.
You know,
to
the
get there.
video still might get like auto tagged and like auto
Well,
demonetized or whatever.
At this
but-
point, we're not monetized on this thing, so.
yeah. So let's
you know.
just steal the whole album right now.
Why not?
Play it from
Just-
front
just-
to back.
You can steal it too.
End of the day, we're trying to get you plays.
Hey, we're musicians. This is what we do. We're trying to help each other somewhere along the line.
So
Right.
how's Orlando handling, the whole virus thing with the local clubs there for
About as
music?
well as anyone else.
Are they
Yeah.
closing up
The
or
story.
are
Yeah.
they hanging in there?
So they opened and then closed again. We actually had to cancel a music video shoot that we were gonna do.
shit.
We were
I saw
shooting.
that.
We were shooting our music video for our cover of Rockstar by Post Malone, which you can find on all the streaming services. Case file 539 Filth, 2020. It's music. So yeah, we.
It's
Insert
I
Trump.
don't,
listen to
I don't know how to sell my own project.
Hey, we suffer the same.
Everyone's gonna, my own band is gonna listen to this and be like, "You did a really bad job." I'm actually really proud of this album. I think it's pretty okay. So
Pretty okay.
I think it's pretty good. Singer
hard to get
singer could
happy,
use work,
no doubt.
but other than that,
Yeah, that guy.
but yeah, it's I don't know. They just did a thing where it was like, if your bar sold, you couldn't sell alcohol in the bar, which I think was a statewide thing. Actually, I don't think
Yeah.
that was just us.
Yeah.
And so we ended up canceling because at the end of the day, it was like, it wasn't. I mean, part of it was
Well, who's gonna come? Who's gonna show up?
there's that, and we
That's where
thought people
I'm at,
might
you
still
know.
do it because we didn't really need, since it was a music video, like we could have gotten away with some stuff, but like whatever. If it's not packed, we can make that work too. It was
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. This,
We had a contingency plan for packed, and we had a contingency plan for 5 people showing up.
Yeah.
So it's fine. But we ultimately decided not to do it because we were like, well, one, we don't want like some cops to come by and kind of be dicks and be like, this doesn't look like social distance, because there was also
Yeah.
that thing DeSantis said about like being the Grim Reaper of bars, which that if you want to
Personally, I have
I
not
don't want to
seen
get
that.
reelected.
I don't want to.
I have not
I
seen
don't wanna
that
get like.
involved
I
at
don't
all.
want to get like political, but like, if you're trying to win people over to eventually reelect you,
Yeah.
don't call yourself the Grim Reaper.
Not a slogan to go with.
The Grim
In
Mayor.
Florida, at that,
Yeah,
there's a lot
I
of
mean,
old people
there's
here,
like
right?
there's like very specific. If you were like, I'm going to be the Grim Reaper of cancer, it's like, oh, okay, like I
Okay.
get that. But
I like that guy.
I'm the Grim Reaper of bars. It's like, you're no fun.
Not at all. You
Get
cut
the
the
fuck
nuts
out of
right
office.
everything.
Yeah, so we didn't want them to potentially lose their liquor license, and then also we were like, are they even going to be able to make money doing this?
Yeah, it's the whole
know.
circle of what it takes to put a show
Overhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running
I mean, we were
expenses.
going to cover the cost of everything because it wasn't. I mean, really, it's just like sound and a door person to like temperature check
Yeah.
people, so whatever. But we were
Would
going
that
to
be
cover.
anally or orally?
Whatever.
on. I think there was an option.
It's
you know,
your-
you
it's your
check
choice.
mark.
Paper, scissors,
Yeah.
rocks.
We
Winner
got
picks.
we got an armpit one. We got a distance one. We got one you can put in your mouth if
Go
you
up
have an
that way,
oral
too.
fixation. And yeah, we got a dick one. It's
Just
just a
stick it in.
dildo that we've stuck a turkey baster inside, and we'll see what happens.
See how it
Don't know
comes
if that's
out.
accurate.
Science.
Yeah.
Is,
You know, a turkey baster could almost be looked at as like baby's first butt plug. If you think about it. Because
Butt plug.
I shouldn't have used
Okay.
babies first. That's not how I meant that. That was the one part of it that was like really uncomfortable about it. It's like beginners.
Beginners. Okay, beginner's butt plug.
Beginner's butt plug.
There you go.
Baby as in wife.
Yeah. As in like first timer.
Gotcha.
Well,
Just
it's
this.
I'm very sorry.
because it's tapered.
Is
You know,
filth
it's
an
not like-
acronym?
I want to thank Crazy Stallion for this awkward silence that I just created.
5 seconds of silence for awkwardness.
Some of the views and opinions expressed.
Comment below.
The Pad Thai restaurant does not endorse the opinions expressed. Yes, filth is an acronym. Kinda. Mostly just to avoid any kind of copyright issue. There's what it stands for, and there's what we want it to stand for.
You mean the band name?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's what it officially stands for, which is a first in line to hell.
Okay.
Which is was also used in an intro on I think our EP,
Okay.
our first EP.
Is that like an individual look, or is it like I guess a species look? First in line.
Well, it's supposed to be like so the term as we evolved away from the modus operandi thing and moved away from just being about criminality in general, we started playing with like and the reason being is we Google searched modus operandi and found like 1 billion things called themselves that, including a few bands.
We've been through that. Yeah.
And
I know
so
a guy who acts like a lawyer who really isn't, but will send a letter out and shut these bands down.
You can.
His name's Brett,
You want
and he
it?
plays in
We'll get
a
it for
local, outlaw bluegrass band. I won't say his last name, but you
Better call Saul type of dude,
can
right?
figure out the rest.
I kind of have a story about that, but I also am afraid that the people who see this, the ones who know, will know.
It's
so
all good.
Don't
You
want to tell
have
that
give it
story.
far.
We can leave
It's
that
all
one.
good.
So, serious
I'm just
question.
we did actually get someone who early on when we chose the filth name, we got hit up about like, are you still own the thing to this?
Yeah.
Which was
Sure.
it wasn't even the name. It was weird. It was
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
It's a serious question. Maybe you and Eddie can kind of go back and forth on it. Who would win in a fight this week, Batman or Predator?
Well, since you're watching the Batman versus Predator,
I'm watching
right
the
now-
ending, so I'm going to know the answer, but you guys can discuss.
Well, while you're thinking, what?
Oh, first off, I want to, before we get into that, you last week said that Superman has no training.
Okay, I hope you're on my side with this. Man.
You said that Superman has no training. So, Bruce Wayne versus Clark Kent,
T-shirt,
Bruce
gym
Wayne
shorts.
wins.
Absolutely.
Except, there are comics where Superman is trained in specific, like, Kryptonian
Okay.
martial
Later on.
arts.
All right.
And there's also, and I'm sure this is based on a comic, but I don't know for sure. There's also that Justice League cartoon episode where Superman gets zapped into the future with no powers and has to learn to fight and survive. So,
I'm not saying he's useless.
I'm not entirely certain that statement is true.
Listen,
Flying
There's no holes in the
McFlyerson.
story.
I have a respect and a love for all of them. I do. What I'm saying is, okay, Superman getting that knowledge was from the crystals at the Fortress of Solitude, learning the combat from his planet. If you've seen the movie, that was really cool, where they had the fighting scenes at the beginning where nobody had powers because they're obviously on Krypton.
You still see
They do
streams.
got some combat, okay? Zod, he's a soldier. So yeah. But I'm saying overall, Batman's toolage and who he came up under, Ra's al Ghul, I mean, the dude is serious. That is like some serious
I'm in the
combat
dark
training.
with this one. I have no background in.
But
any-
would Bruce Wayne beat Bane in a straight fight? Because he kind of didn't.
But with strength enhancement, are you talking about that stripped away?
I mean, even with that stripped away, Bane's a badass.
He was trained by the same organization. If you're going with the Christopher Nolan version, he was affiliated.
I don't like that version.
I don't either.
I want my Spanish Bane
I
back.
do too. I want my my circus strongman Bane. Yes, the masked wrestler Bane. I agree with you. I don't know. I don't think so because, I mean, he was just a common dude who was put into this experiment and given crazy strength So I think Batman still wins, man.
Okay, fair.
And in that scenario, Predator wins if Batman doesn't have time to prepare for him. 100%.
I mean, I think
I'm still with the fact that Batman doesn't have a genetic awesomeness to him. He's just a gadget and training guy.
well, isn't Predator almost like the
Like that's
the
alien.
extraterrestrial version of Batman?
In a
that-
way, yeah,
in a way.
because he's all gadgets.
Except,
really.
I mean,
yeah.
Predator's blind. I mean, he can see infrared, but Batman, all he had
Like
to
through
do is
his
just
own
sneak
eyes,
up
like
behind him and
genetically.
stick him in the back, and he's done. You know.
I guess that's what it comes down to is if it's a straight up fight, does Batman figure that out fast enough?
No.
I mean, bats are technically blind too.
I think he could hold his own with his gadgets.
I think he can hold his own with his gadgets too, but like,
I don't know. Predator
take
has
the-
some pretty nasty gadgets.
but if you take the armor off of the Predator and you take the suit off of Batman, the Predator still got genetic superiority over Batman because as an alien he's stronger. And
They
they
are
have
naturally, yeah.
claws,
Probably
and teeth.
smarter too, thinking that
An advanced
you
civilization.
get what I'm saying. Yeah.
Now, Batman has went toe to toe with extraterrestrials. Don't get me wrong, but he had time to prepare.
Well, in this video, he just won, by the way, guys.
Batman did,
Yes.
He does, but then doesn't it show him like being surrounded by them?
which we all know what that
Well,
means.
I mean, that's honestly the correct the answer to that question is I don't know who's writing it. Is it a Batman fan writing it, or is it a Predator fan
bias.
writing it?
Well, this was
bias.
a Batman fan.
I think it's all circumstantial. If Batman has time to prepare and study him, I think
He's
Batman
done.
could come up with a plan.
I mean, I'm not much on the movies, but did Arnold take him out? I mean, did Arnold take out the
Oh,
Predator?
man.
Oh, you mean the best Mr. Freeze?
Arnold did take him out.
That is the only.
Oh wait, are we talking about Predator or Batman? Because
Predator.
technically Arnold has fought.
All right,
both.
what about Batman and Darth Vader?
True.
Darth Vader and Batman.
I'm going Vader because of
going
magical
Vader.
powers.
Yeah.
He could just choke
Got
him
the
to death.
force thing going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no shield or blocking that. You pull a gadget out to block it, he crushes it, throws it out of the way, and
Yeah.
he still chokes you.
Yeah.
Chokes you. You're
Vader
done.
wins.
Yeah, you're true.
Now-
yeah, that's good.
Rainbow Bright versus the Care Bears, or a Care
Rainbow
Bear.
bites.
Which one?
Great.
Oh, I guess that's true. What's the Care Bear that's probably got the most fight in them? I'm gonna say Grumpy.
Grumpy.
Grumpy for
Because
sure.
he's got the. You have to have that anger to do those
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Although Happy Bear, no one's that happy.
What
Bear.
about
There-
Rainbow?
you might
could
be
be
right.
something
You
hiding
might
in
be
there.
right.
yeah.
What
There could
about
be some triggered rage that
Rainbow Bright versus Tekashi 6ix9ine?
I'm gonna go Rainbow Bright because
Yeah.
Tekashi 69's a pedophile.
And he's a rat.
I don't think he would know what to do
Rat.
with it.
I can forgive everything he's done except for the pedophile part.
Oh, yeah.
That's the part I don't like.
Yeah, no quarter there.
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, he admitted that in court. It's like we're just forgetting about the fact that he like what
That's
he
the price
what
of
was
the
it like?
information he gave.
It was like what was it? He said he like groomed and slept with a 13-year-old. Was it?
That's terrible.
It was something like that.
I don't know, but what I could tell you is the justice system took all that information he gave him, and there was a good value on it
Sure.
to get the dude out scot free.
Oh, money.
That's it. Money and a good lawyer and giving information up on people. So
Yeah, it's too bad the
Damn it.
guy from the Lost Prophets didn't have that.
Maybe him and Chris
Bunch of
Hansen
information to
and
give
you
out.
want to talk about a bummer? Band with great songs. I cannot listen to them anymore.
Yeah, it's really. I recently some random Facebook friend was
I'm a little
like
in the dark. When did this happen? Like,
the Lost Prophets thing.
Late
Yeah.
2000s.
Yeah,
no, the pedophile.
Takashi?
Yeah, that. When did that?
oh, that's
happen?
like the last couple years.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
2018 or 17.
Yeah. Oh, I
That
don't know
was
when
before he-
I don't know when he had sex with the kid, but
Yeah.
he that was a thing he did. And I want to say the age was like, it wasn't like low, but it
But
was
low
like,
enough
but
to
it was
go,
like,
what
yeah,
the
someone who's like
holy
maybe a
fuck?
middle schooler. It was pretty
Not
low.
cool.
Yeah. Not saying that if even it was old, like you know, if I find out that it was a 17-year-old, that's still not great.
Still
It's still
not
not
cool.
good. That's bad, but it was like pretty unjustifiable.
28 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. That's the age.
The man has standards.
28 to 80.
I was
And if
like,
the bitch
what the
can't
hell
walk,
is
I'll
he
carry her.
talking about? And then I figured it out. Okay.
Now, so what do you think?
Sorry.
Oh shit! It was a 13-year-old dude.
Okay, I knew it was like that. Yeah.
He
That's
filmed. Oh man!
Jesus.
That's
I mean, he probably just took from R. Kelly and was like, I
Look
can
at
get away with
guy.
this.
He looks like a damn
Or blood on the dance
rainbow
floor.
vampire.
Rainbow Vampire.
See, I don't hate that part. Everybody like hated on his look. I'm like, I like the idea of like rap getting colorful again.
Yeah.
Like I miss the bling era when like
Flavor
everybody was
Flav and
decked
stuff.
out. Like that was fun.
That's back when everybody was dealing drugs. Now the songs are about taking drugs.
Yeah. Specifically, generally legal drugs though. It's like they're singing about Xannies.
And they're lean.
Nobody does coke anymore, man.
Yeah.
It shows. I mean, it shows.
The world was a much better place back then.
When everyone was doing coke, except that's not true.
Ask Vince Neil.
With the deviated set.
Well, it kept him thin at least.
Yeah. At least Tommy Lee was happy with his weight.
Oh.
Sorry.
What? So
I wonder how much Tommy Lee's wiener weighs.
Oh God.
I mean,
I don't want to go there,
all right. That's just-
personally.
I kind of do. Let's look it up. Has anyone waited?
Because you know his body looks like about $1.50.
Somebody's
right?
gonna win
I
next
don't
time
know.
at Motley Crue trivia.
How much
All
of that
those
is
bar
wiener?
dollars are mine.
All right, the last question of the night. How much does Tommy Lee's cock weigh?
So hey,
Tommy Lee or Tommy Lee Jones? I need to know for
They're
quick.
similar.
yeah, that's a
The
big
weight's
difference.
similar. The shape is different.
Turns out it's the same.
It's the name. It comes with the name.
Wow.
So what did you said about the name Filth?
Oh yeah.
Like the name that you.
Oh yeah.
People wanted, and what you
there was
wanted
there
to
was
be.
there was the not really what the people wanted. There's the one we went with because we didn't want to be a joke band. Stop comparing us to Psycho Stick. Thank you. That's a thing that happens like all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm just no.
No.
Just because I like to have fun doesn't mean my music's a joke. So there was okay. So it again for people who know, our mascot's named Henry. The reason is because we asked some people. We asked like fans early on. What are some ideas you have for what filth could mean?
Oh, okay. Sure, that's cool.
And we got like 5 responses because that's how it works. That's actually pretty good for the time for a number.
It
That
is.
was actually like
That is
solid.
really
I
good.
mean, if you got 5 responses,
Yeah.
that's, I mean, we're talking on a pie chart. You've got some pretty good action there.
So yeah, like 1,000 likes, 5 responses. That's pretty solid.
That is.
a nice average.
So one of them was "Fuck it, let's tackle Henry."
Nice.
So that's why
That's
our
where
mascot
Henry
is
I
Henry.
almost did that one
I love
time.
it.
Henry was front stage stomping for us at the landing, and I almost tackled him. He was splashing water on my pet.
Oh, dude, that was a
Oh.
hell of a show.
But he
man.
was getting it.
That was a
Much
hell
love
of a
to
show.
Harry, a.k.a. Mr.
I-
TJ.
I apologize for our mascot.
Hey, he's doing his job, man.
TJ.
We had
was
fun.
going nuts.
Yeah, he's supposed
It
to do
was
his
great.
job for us though.
He was doing
Well,
it
see,
for
he was
everybody.
shirtless for us, so
Yeah.
he
He
was-
does. I mean, when you look that good,
It's
Yeah.
kind of hard to wear a shirt.
DJ's a sexy motherfucker. Like,
He's a cool dude. But we had him in one of our videos, Waiting to Crash. Yeah, him.
He
and-
was. He helped keep the morale up that day.
He did.
The Marine
Yeah.
in him.
It was hot as fuck
Nice.
out. You know what I mean? You kept everybody. Come on, man. We're almost. You know.
That whole video was a tough day.
So
Yeah.
wouldn't it be funny if like one day everybody just starts getting Henry tattoos and it's like TJ?
And it's like Eddie from Iron Man.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking at here. Like, it's
Don't-
like look
okay,
how famous
okay,
Eddie got.
okay.
And he's like the face of the band.
I've seen people get tattoos of bands who are like, you know, our level of known, which
sure.
is not.
Not.
And
we keep pushing
I'm,
you.
you know, not naming names. And if you do have one of these tattoos, I'm not trying to shame you, but don't do that. Like if we get big,
Yeah.
you know, if we become like a big band that's like going
I've
around the,
seen
the
a F.I.L.T.H
country,
tattoo.
have you?
Come on.
Don't do that.
Google it.
Why would you do that?
Dude.
I'm pretty
Don't-
sure.
Are you sure it's
Somebody-
not the deathcore band from North Carolina who has the exact same?
This one was hyphenated, dude.
Oh well,
Which that means abbreviated. I don't know. I'm not really educated.
Well,
and
it's the
that's
dots
kinda-
acronym.
between, yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
acronym. Versus.
shout out. By the way, stop sending me the links to that band from North Carolina. I know about them.
He was
Well
very-
aware.
They're fine.
Well
They're
aware.
fine. They seem like nice guys. We're don't be mean to them. Don't do it. They're doing their thing. We're doing our thing. Ours is an acronym. Theirs isn't. Their music kind of rocks. It's weird that on iTunes, our music and their music are considered the same thing. It's awkward, and I don't like it. There's nothing I can do about it.
Thanks, Apple.
Yeah.
Oh, Spotify can split it up, but not iTunes.
iTunes genres are.
This is a bands no one cares about. Let's throw them in a bucket.
Yeah.
Shake them up.
Yeah.
You wanted Filth? Which one are you gonna get?
Oh,
Playing
apparently,
bingo here.
apparently there is a filth with the dots from Japan, and it's,
Okay.
I think it's like a dude who
Well-
does like electronic stuff, and his stuff came up on our Spotify. The song was called Beat Maniac. I feel like you should look that up and maybe
got a
play a
dubstep
segment
guy?
of it.
Well, I want to just give you a little praise here. You know, Google's taking care of you on
Okay.
the Google search out of all the
See
filth.
where we're at.
You know, Filth Band Orlando.
There's a Filth Band Orlando.
Number one. Number one.
Yeah.
Number one.
Well, yeah, after you actually just search
That's awesome.
filth and it comes up with that filth. Oh, they have a. Oh wait, that might be the punk band. Never mind.
Yeah,
Oh, we
this
come
is-
up third though.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
We come up third on the
You're doing
searches
good,
with
man.
the
I mean,
Okay.
no-
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking good, man.
Nothing wrong
There
with
you go.
bronze, brother.
It's fine. I mean, 3,000 likes could be better. Let's bump those numbers.
Yeah.
When I go to look up our
This is all
music,
about. Bump the numbers.
Because you're like, you know, top tier band of Orlando playing some of the biggest shows there. House of
Oh,
Blues.
seriously.
Dude, yeah.
Just monster crowds I've seen.
It's not
entertain.
that big of a deal to be honest.
It's
I mean, it's awesome, and we love it, I gotta stop like downplaying everything because I end up
you're humble.
instead of being
It's
humble.
the humble side.
I don't think it comes off as humble. I think it just comes off as me talking shit, and I'm not trying to.
that's the humble, the next side of the humbleness.
Yeah,
you know.
I was
so.
trying to reach for the next thing.
Yeah.
And that's all. You know, we've done this. We're now. What's next? You know?
I'm maybe hyper aware of the fact that I hate. So here's why our social media numbers suck. Because a lot of the things it takes to do like social media well makes me feel grody and like just feels
I know what you
disgusting
mean.
to me,
Pandering
and I
in
hate
a way,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to do that. Like,
We're really
That's
bad at it
same
too.
reason.
yeah, I don't like there was
Like,
a
hey, look at me. I gotta, you know what I mean? All this.
there was a
jingle
weird,
bells and all this.
there's a weird example of this, and I overthink things, so that's why I'm bringing this up. There's a comedian I like who's known for his taking down of hecklers. You might have seen his videos because they circulate on Facebook and
What's his
YouTube quite a
name?
bit. Stephen Hofstetter.
Not
He's a ginger dude.
Okay.
Who
Can't
makes
be that bad of a guy.
yeah he's really funny.
I already like him.
He's
Yeah.
really funny. But one thing there's just one, and this is a nitpick, I know, but it kind of drives me personally crazy. The way he'll like title his videos, he'll say things like, comedian takes down drunk chick. And I'm like, but you're the comedian.
Right.
You're talking about yourself in the third
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. Third party.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
A little bit
weird.
weird.
Say I did
I
this.
took down
Say,
this person.
drunk
Sure.
chick rude, I take her down. Something like that.
Something like
but
that,
like
yeah.
I get it because he's using like tagline.
Clickbait.
He's using
Yeah.
words that are like
Clickbait,
searchable.
yeah.
He's
Clickbait.
learning
Yeah.
from the media. Media.
Well, I don't even know if it's clickbait per se. It's just like it's optimizing the title to like have words that people search. People will search things
Absolutely.
like
Oh
comedian.
yes, he's got Cop Heckler on.
Yeah.
Honey Boo Boo. We gotta listen to that.
Wait, what?
It's only a minute and 27
Sorry.
seconds.
Little glitch there.
It can't be monetized yet anyway, based on how many views you have. So
Exactly. FCC, get at us.
fight me.
Yeah, we're not after money anyway.
Those kids don't want to do that. No, it's. What about Little Miss Boo Boo? That's not the name of the. Not only was I doing a different joke, but you interrupted me. It's Honey Boo Boo. Is the.
Whatever happened to Honey Boo Boo?
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's what you're
The
saying.
mom lost a bunch of weight and is kind of hot.
I heard she's stripping.
Interrupting me.
She what?
I heard she's stripping.
I mean, she lost a bunch of weight. She was kind of cute, so good
Got
for
the
her.
Castro.
Hey, keep that in mind. We'll Google that right after this.
I support sex work 100%.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm better at this than you are. Which is why you're there and I'm here.
Yeah, I love this guy. He's hilarious. His jokes are good. He's really witty and quick and able to deal
on
with
the
hecklers
fly
really
without
well.
a rehearsed thing.
It's just like it's a nitpick. I'm not. Please don't come at me about like Stephen Hofstetter is actually really good. I know. I agree. I'm just saying like this is a thing I noticed, and it's other people do it too. I just noticed that he did it as well, and it's like it's that whole like it's the pretending. aspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I feel like there's a lot of within like because like all forms of art have become like you're a brand. As soon as you try to make something, you become a brand.
Sure. Yeah.
And I just don't want to play the brand game.
I'm with you.
Like
yeah.
my least favorite thing is when Twitter or not Twitter, sorry, when Wendy's on Twitter tries to be clever, and I'm just like, you're not my friend. You're not a person.
But Wendy's is savage.
No, they're funny.
They'll
I mean,
burn you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny, but like I also am just sitting there going like, you're a major
It's
corporation.
almost like,
Don't
look.
try to pretend you know me.
They gotta implement.
Don't talk to me like
They
that.
gotta implement a villain and be the hero at the same time. You know?
Yeah.
It's what it makes you do. Like
So,
you need this thing, and we're the answer. You know what I
Mama
mean?
June's a stripper.
Wow.
Yeah, good for her.
You can
So
get
it's
private
true.
meet and greets for $5,500 at the fancy airfare.
I thought you were gonna
hotel.
say 55, and I was like, that I
She
can
better
do.
give me back about 50 and
Wait,
change.
is this Honey Boo Boo or her
This is
mom?
Mama June.
The mom. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no info on the Boo Boo.
Debate the kids, I think, still maybe.
I think as soon as she
10,
becomes a
12
stripper, I
range.
really don't want her kid associated with like her brand.
No.
Like I respect it. You
Yeah.
lost the weight. You look good now.
What
Good
about
for you.
Octomom? She's a crazy stripper, too.
She's a porn star.
That's what, it is.
What?
Yeah, the Octomom,
Went
And
there.
it takes
which
Octo dicks.
which is not
Hard time.
for those that don't know who that is. Don't get too excited. It is not an octopus who raises children
No.
because that would be
I don't know.
amazing.
She kind of looks
8
like an
children.
octopus. Look at her.
One time, 8 children.
Holy crap.
Man, reality shows are never as good as you want them to be.
No, that could have went a
The
different
after
way.
story is-
Completely different.
Like just a bunch of kids in scuba gear being raised by an octopus. Like,
I'm in.
where's this show? I
There
want
it is. Hey, let's write about it right now. Storyboard, let's go.
We need some animation
The
people.
kids are fighting, and you see just a big tentacled arm coming in. Whack!
Yeah.
Smack SpongeBob.
Wasn't this was the premise of a video game, wasn't it? Octodad.
Was it?
Yeah, there was a
Okay.
video game where it's literally you're Squid Man, and you have to like, so you have 8 arms, but you're trying to fit them into a suit. You have to act natural,
Oh gosh.
or otherwise people will figure out what you are, and then scientists will like kidnap you and take you away. So you have to do like day-to-day mundane
and you
stuff.
lose your kids.
Yeah, exactly. You have to do day-to-day mundane stuff while trying to seem normal. But like the way the controls work is you have to control each individual tentacle.
That's some, dude. That's some
I
dexterity.
know
right
I'm a
there.
cephalopod, but
You
I
know
love
that
that.
Like flying a
octopuses has
helicopter.
a special sex arm. They don't have just, a
I have a
reproductive
special
organ.
sex
It's an actual. Oh, yeah. This one's
Born
mine,
with
and
it.
that's why it's bigger.
Designated dinner.
This is the cuddler. This is the pleaser.
They have different functions.
Holy crap.
What
look
do
at
we
that
got
thing.
here?
That's his wiener, but it's his arm.
Octopus.
Oh man,
Opto dick.
Tommy Lee.
bro, octopuses are crazy.
It's Tommy Lee the octopus.
Octopi, octopotus. What's the plural for octopus?
I think it's
Yeah.
octopi.
I think it's octopi, yeah.
I feel like I heard sometime that it
It's
was
only if there's
octopotus,
8 or 9 of them.
but that might be a super scientific thing.
Fact check.
I call it octopuses.
If they cluster together, is that another word?
I love those like
That
the
would
animal
be-
things where you're talking about a group of animals.
Yeah.
Because some of them are like really off, and you're like,
Why?
that's what you call a group.
Yeah.
of
Why would
those?
you call a group of that? Yeah.
Like crows are murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like
even-
that one.
That's a cool one. That's brutal.
That's awesome.
Crows are metal.
But why? Murder. Because when they get together, they do that thing? Is that what happens?
I hope so.
I mean,
I hope that's
an
100%. I hope someone just saw a bunch of crows like just
like, geez,
totally
they're
ice
murdering
another
that
bird.
corn.
There is no name for a group of octopi.
Speaking of crows,
Okay.
Eddie just
Now you know.
mentioned or posted something the other day about this week's plague. Where was that
dude.
at?
Oh, I was in Florida.
That was a-
good.
I think it was
Some amoeba.
Texas.
What was it, amoeba or something?
He's talking about the
Brain
video of the
thing.
crows.
Oh, the video of the crows. I don't know.
Yeah, this thing is.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
What's,
we
what's
have a
gonna kill
little
us now.
we have a little page on Facebook. We send each other ideas to talk about.
Oh my!
So we're gonna bring that up, I guess. You can bring it up on YouTube.
I found that from my mom's Facebook page.
Didn't Alfred Hitchcock make a movie about this?
Yes.
This is real time.
Yeah,
Well,
so that's
that's
I mean,
basically
if a murder's a group, then that's
That's a genocide.
yeah, that is the real deal. That's something.
Damn.
You stay in the car when something like that's happening.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
mean,
risk
let
it.
alone getting hit by them.
feel
They're,
like-
they're shitting while they're flying.
With
That's
the
an
way-
all-out attack.
with the way-
That's not. That's an attack. They planned this.
With the way the news is going
this is
right
so
now,
weird.
is there like a dude in America named Moses who like we need to take his staff away?
No, I
He's
think
building this
somebody
Like you need to stop.
somebody figured out what crows like and they threw it everywhere.
I think.
That's what it was.
I honestly think it has something to do with CERN.
I think it's the 5G
CERN.
towers.
You mean what's that? When you?
You know about CERN?
I know CERN, but well,
It's,
how would
what did they do again?
they smash particles and shit?
Oh yeah, they just put on a new loop to find the God particle. Is that what they're looking for?
They found a
beginning
new
of the
particle.
universe and all this, trying to figure out how the Big Bang
They do
happened
dope
or-
shit for fun. Leave them alone.
Yeah,
Like
they get
quantum-
paid to do some
quantum
whacked
physics.
out-
Sure, it might kill all of us, but who cares?
Hey, I think that's what was supposed to happen. I don't know. Maybe
Some alien race is gonna find our wreckage and be like, "Oh, they were
Oh.
doing dope shit."
Look at that! Look at these fuckers.
It's yeah.
Hey, I think we should do another shot. How about
I
you?
do too.
We're
I
about
brought-
midway.
I
We're
brought
about there.
Jameson.
He's gonna get the Jameson
You guys
out?
want Jameson?
Face flight capabilities. And when you hear
And when
Jameson.
you hear it, you gotta
now let
eat
me
it.
think. I'm gonna go a half because I am that guy.
Mama didn't raise a pussy. So I'm gonna go.
Can I read that Jameson bottle?
Sure. It's 40%.
What you got, Eddie?
That's probably like close.
Thank you.
That's probably
35.
Irish whiskey. I may do this.
It's good.
Product of Ireland.
All right, my favorite Jameson concoction
I'm gonna go
is an Irish car bomb.
like you were trying to point out last week.
I can agree with you. I can get
The
with that.
solo
Little
cups
bit of
have
Baileys.
lines for measurements. Those
Little bit of,
ribs in there, they're measurements.
A dark lager.
So I'm gonna go.
Did you get yours?
But I think
Half
that's
shot.
for like the normal sized ones. I think this is just a shot.
These, yeah, the whole thing is a shot, probably. I'm just wimping out
Back in my day,
I'm
that
gonna half
was a
it.
shot.
because I know this stuff burns pretty damn good.
By the way,
From
are you
my
guys noticing that
recollection.
drinking
There you
is
go.
costing more money because now we all have to buy shot glasses or shot things of some kind because we can't just share bottles like we used to do because
COVID,
pandemic
yeah.
at the end of the world.
I don't mind.
I always
They're
thought
adorable
alcohol
little
killed
solo
germs.
cups.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are
I'm
pretty
down.
cute.
Have you ever seen the little mason jar shot glasses?
No, but I'm in.
Oh, they're so good. I have a couple.
Amazon.
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
have some.
I think so. They're great.
Y'all got ready?
Down the hatch.
Ready.
To UFOs and barbecue.
Gross.
Yeah, all of
Yeah,
that
oh,
beautiful stuff.
That wasn't as bad as I thought.
Ooh!
Probably because I went half. If I would have went the whole way.
I'm feeling a little funky now. That's fine.
Look at these giant skeletons they found.
some people
Is this
believe these
new?
photos are proof that giants once shared the planet with average-sized human beings.
I've heard this story
Many
many
people
times.
can't find any other explanation for the exceptional size of these skeletons. It does make you wonder what was so important about these photos that NASA would want to hide the photos from the public. The fact the photos were considered classified shows NASA certainly has something to hide. Underwater
dig.
structures.
Yep.
I watched this today.
I just
That's
watched
pretty
a
good.
thing on like giant humanoids and giants and stuff. There's of all like
The Anunnaki.
yeah, and just like so. First off, there's this weird thing where like almost all like mythology about giants is somehow connected to cannibalism.
It's a fucking huge skull.
Not sure what's up with that.
Probably the protein makes
It might be that.
Kind of like the
it might
chicken
be that.
nuggets. It's making the kids taller these days. It's what they're putting in the nuggets.
Till he skipped me.
But like, of all like the quote unquote cryptids in the from Mothman to
Oh yeah.
Oh,
to
yeah, I'm with you.
Sasquatch and
Yeah,
all that. Like giants seem to be the thing that people are like, yeah, they're probably giants. But then again, it could just be like there was like the Guinness Book of World Records has the world's tallest man who was like 8 feet
Well,
tall.
do you think people would believe if we found bones? Like, and it was like
Well, we have.
kind of like the dinosaurs. We reassemble these bones, but people are still going. that's not real.
I guess it
What-
depends.
what do you
We
mean?
have found bones that are legit. Now there's also things like the Cardiff Giant, which was a lie.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, you know, obviously old circus sideshow people have like flim-flammed us into believing like it's the weird thing of
I
like,
wanna believe.
It's good to be
Yeah.
skeptical, but also like there's skepticism, and then there's just being an asshole and like being like everything's fake.
I love a good circus sideshow.
Oh yeah, they're
Well,
great.
to think that everything's
pageantry.
planned, like
Okay.
there's somebody plotting and planning everything, I don't think.
Serious question, Eric.
If a centaur had a dick, where would it be located?
Yeah.
Is it horse
Very
dick
serious question here.
or man dick?
Okay, so there's what I think it would be and what I want. It
I
to
gotta
be.
look at this a little longer because
It's what I think it would be is the horse dick. I think that's biologically the thing that makes.
that's
the most
where
sense.
it would
However,
genetically land.
the thing that would be the most unsettling to come across is just this super confident horseman with his cock right up front.
Yeah, I was gonna go that route too.
That's like
I
that's
would
crazy.
think this would be the better option.
Yeah,
Because,
you gotta hide
you
that
know,
thing. It's a
He
lot.
just wouldn't be able to really
Definitely
see what he's
not
doing at all.
circumcised.
Not only
Obviously.
that, when you think about how he's put together, it makes sense to be back there because then it would just be like a Ken doll in the back, all that wasted space.
See, that's not the real
Like-
question.
Now, what would be
It's just
really
for
cool if
running.
his balls
That's
were
all
back
it's for.
here, and then just the cock was right
The
there.
real question is,
Be a
what does
long
a
tube.
centaur fuck? A horse or a woman? And the correct answer is centaur women.
Or-
but
Anything could be used
but
as
I
a
want to
dildo.
pretend those don't
Yeah, I mean,
exist.
that's right.
You have to make a choice right now.
Yeah. I guess it would be. What's he chasing? Is he chasing horses
Now,
and women?
What about the centaur bike guy? I mean, where's his
The
dick?
Geico commercial. Back to the centaur. real quick.
Hashtag where's the dick?
Yeah. Where does he reproduce from?
So if you're going that route, do you think that then in the centaur community there would be a stigma like, oh, that's Gary. He likes to sleep with horses.
Or that's
more
Gary,
of
he
a-
likes to sleep with women.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which kills them
That's weird.
because he has a horse cock.
He's a weird guy.
Oh man,
Centaur show.
This is a deep one.
do I
is
want to think about this? Yes, 100% I do. Do I have answers? No.
But at least we get the conversation going.
Right.
Yeah. This may happen.
Jump on the page. Let's have a discussion.
That's what this is about. It's about starting a conversation.
It is.
You know,
See where
it was like that Pepsi ad with Kendall Jenner. It's about starting a conversation.
Somebody takes the first step, and it happened here.
Well, Dad took the first step. I mean, Bruce. Never mind.
It's all good.
Okay. Again,
Uncut.
I don't want to get political, but real shit. Have any protesters tried just handing the cops a Pepsi? Has anyone tried?
Or a Coke. I mean, it worked back in
They
the
had a
day.
song about that.
You know what I'm
about-
saying?
A whole song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not seen any footage of that
What song
anyway.
is it?
Sir, it looks like you
Fuck
need a
the
Pepsi.
police.
Get the fuck away from me,
Snickers.
scum!
It's like get the
Snickers
world
thing
of Coke.
too. Where's the Snickers?
Yeah,
at?
everybody should be handing Snickers out down there. They're all Betty Whited out. They've been out there rioting for days. They're hungry. Their sugar's low.
Oh. For real though.
Just replace the tear gas canisters with Pepsi.
Yeah. Or
And so
Or-
it shoots Pepsi, and everyone's just like, ooh, I'm all sticky.
Or CBD oil. Just start blasting them until they go to sleep.
yeah.
Oh, there's that.
THC bombs.
Yeah.
Calm down,
Legalize
everybody.
it. No,
And I will
decriminalize
advertise
it.
it.
Decriminalize everything.
Yeah, you're,
Yeah.
you're walking my path exactly.
Decriminalize everything.
Gay assault rifles that smoke marijuana. I mean,
Let it go.
let it out.
Do all the drugs and don't get arrested for them. Have fun, kids.
So, candid question: are you a libertarian?
I think that answers the question.
I'll just go out on a limb right here. I don't even care. Joe Jorgensen, 2020.
Here we go.
This guy. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not going to go into politics, but
I'm not a libertarian because libertarians want to destroy my job. Kinda. So it's a little bit of a conflict of interest for me.
I'm on Team Brondo.
yes, Jeremy wants President Camacho.
It has what plants need.
Yeah, I mean, if it make
As
America
liberals.
grow again.
So let's talk about that. That's
Yes.
something we discussed briefly.
Prophecy.
The most dominant, well-physiqued presidential group of all time would be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Terry Crews.
If I had to pick an actor
Make
to be
America
a president, yeah, Rock would be pretty damn good.
So, is it bad that
kick ass again.
I don't want to be the bummer here.
No.
But is it bad that when I see people being like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson thinking about running for president, I'm like, oh no.
I've seen what he did to Jumanji.
Going this round.
I mean, he kind of
He's
killed
a
him.
wrestler. Come on.
Our politics have already become WWE. Don't
Like I
make it
said,
actually the thing.
Idiocracy
But he's
is
the
nobody
greatest-
watched this movie.
Shit talker on the mic of all time.
Sure.
He's one of
As
them.
as a campaigner,
Can
he's
you
great.
imagine foreign policy in
Putin,
Wales?
do you
Once he has to
smell
get
what
shit
America's
done.
cooking?
Could you imagine him against Trump for real? That would be an
Oh my God.
awesome
I just want to see him in a room with Putin.
I mean, I guess.
You Rudy Putin, son of a...
Let me tell you something. If those tanks cross this border, The Rock's gonna come over and put his foot up your candy ass.
What do you think about that, President Putin? It doesn't matter what you think.
Do you remember when Hulk Hogan pretended to run for president? In
Yeah, brother.
It was like 97.
It was not good. Bad gimmick.
Yeah. No, it was stupid. I
And
think.
I love Hulk Hogan.
Didn't they have to write? Wasn't he like getting a surgery and said this was how they wrote him off?
Yeah, I believe it was shoulder or back.
Yeah, this would have been like 97, 98. It was definitely like in like height of NWO stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. Not the proudest moment for the Hulkster.
I mean,
2012.
WCW is just not
It was
the proudest
2012
moment
when
for
he,
the Hulkster.
No.
when he ran for president.
Although
Okay.
I'm a fan of WCW, man. I loved it. I'm one of those kids who watched both.
I jumped out.
And even last week I said Hulk Hogan, like best superhero good guy, take your vitamins, say your prayers, and then when he turned heel, did it very well.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what, like, Hulk Hogan's heel turn for the NWO is what they should have at some point done with John Cena.
Now, I just watched a video on that where somebody took the 2K software and the new game platform, and they played out a story, and I'm telling you, kids are writing better stories right now on YouTube than the writers for WWE.
Well, but it's like a nightmare to write for wrestling, right? Because, like,
That's
you'll
like
start,
soap opera.
anytime I feel like
You gotta keep a story going, not on top of the choreography of things.
So I feel like what bands are going through with COVID-19, where they're like, we have all this stuff planned and it falls apart. That's what like a WWE writer does every day, because it's like, man, I've got this storyline. It's gonna be great. Daniel Bryan's gonna. Oh, he blew out his shoulder.
Back to the drawing board.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
But he blew out his shoulder right in the middle of the story when like the most important stuff was about to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Segue.
He's going to break the third wall and come out and explain it.
Yeah. That's what
It's-
happened to
Or
my
Vince
shoulder.
McMahon goes, no.
It's
not
like
happening.
between egos and injuries, I can't imagine what it's like writing for wrestling.
Yeah. I
Like-
never actually sat and thought of that, but that is, that's
Well,
an
I mean, look at,
interesting
like-
thought.
Ever evolving.
Look at like the one of the first pushes for Brock Lesnar was supposed to be the King of the Ring tournament. Brock Lesnar was supposed to beat Stone Cold Steve Austin
Never
in the
gonna
first
happen.
round. And Stone Cold said
Fuck that.
no and just didn't show up. And so whoever wrote that was just like,
What now? No rehearsal. Who's coming in here? Make a show out of this thing.
Scotty Too Hottie, go get destroyed by Brock Lesnar, quick!
Go!
Like,
Kapow.
That's so Stone Cold, though.
I mean, yeah,
Protecting his character and
His
I
brand.
get it.
it.
Dude, celebrity deathmatch.
We need that.
Yeah.
We need that.
We
to
need
come
a
back.
current version of this shit happening, no doubt.
Eric, a John Cena heel turn with an NWO revival works.
I'm gonna go take a look.
Okay, so I actually had I had my own like fan booked idea, and this is like a retrospective. I think that the time to turn John Cena heel was when he lost to CM Punk when CM Punk was quitting.
100% agree.
They should have actually fired him. Well, like not actually
On the
fired
show.
him, like kayfabe fired him.
Yep.
They should have fired him. They should have had him get really bitter about that. He should have come back. And now, the Super Cena gimmick, but as a heel, works so well.
Huge.
Because now it's not, oh, they're just pushing this guy down our throat. Now it's just, look at this badass just destroying people.
Absolutely.
And, like, Cena is good on the mic.
Very good. And good in the ring.
Yeah. His like, stuff is, like, his heel stuff early on, as the heel rapper, was funny.
Word life.
Yeah. That was funny. It was good.
No, yeah.
And even, like, I watched that, I watched some of the, Ruthless Aggression era documentary on WWE.com, and I couldn't watch all of it because it was too propaganda for me. Like, I was like, that's not true.
Right.
Like, you guys are gonna just ignore the fact that the World Wildlife Fund sued you? Like, we're just
Right.
gonna ignore that? Okay, cool.
You like a Yingling, sir?
I've got a Corona right now.
All
To
right.
thank
Speaking
you.
of
I'll take
WWE, how long did BIS have Black or White air on the show with the wrestlers?
It was like a month.
But we'll live in infamy forever because we're on the video
We're
game.
on the video game. 2012.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel, that tag team group,
Uh-huh.
their entrance music was Black or White, our song.
One of our
No
songs.
shit.
Yeah, man.
No shit.
Like, they used to legit walk out to it, dude.
They used it for like a
Congrats.
month, and then that tag team split up. And when they split up, the fucking
Which was a
song
great
got
tag team group, by the
yanked.
way. I still like Heath Slater, and I'm glad that they're bringing him back from the furlough. He's finally coming back in. I don't know what happened to Justin
Twist
Gabriel. I
off.
think he's indie. But the cool thing about that is it's a really cool party trick. You're like, hey, I bet you $5 that my band's on a video game.
Yeah.
You know, I did it with my kids one time, and that's how my son got.
What were y'all
wrestling.
drinking?
Kind of like The
Demon
Rock
Center
trying to
crowd.
convince his
I
daughter
don't.
he was.
You know
a
me. I'm
Luana.
lame. I don't drink
With the kids.
much.
I do. A lot.
But
So-
Too much.
What if Tyson and Stone Cold were a tag team combo?
I don't think it works.
No,
Well, you got
Tyson's
Speed.
got to just be a heel who fucking knocks people out.
he's
Well,
not an
they're-
actor.
He's like a Brock
Tyson's
Lesnar
not-
type.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
You
just
gotta have a
be,
mouth for him.
He's just got to go punch. Yeah.
Well, first off, any conversation about tag teams needs to be outside the WWE because the WWE doesn't know what the fuck to do with tag
Terrible.
teams. They're so bad at
You know who's
it.
crushing it right now? AEW.
Yeah, they've got some good ones.
Really
Isn't that
good.
owned by Khan?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely. Tony.
Shout out to the Jaguars.
Now, okay, so now I'm curious because I feel like a fun potential conversation here is, so when you start making music and you start trying to do it with any, like, just a semblance of, like, being serious, right? Like, not even, and when I say being serious, I don't mean, like, you're trying to do it as a career or anything, but just, like, you want people to hear your music and you
Absolutely.
want to get it out there. There are so many unwritten rules that people discover last second. So I'm curious, because that's one thing I think probably people do is they think, how do I get my music as, like, a wrestler's entrance? So did you guys just know those dudes? How did that come about?
I submitted all of our, at the time, what I recorded at that point, and we had it, under the name Bleeding in Stereo, to a publishing company called Jingle Punks.
Uh-huh.
Jingle Punks, they do all that shopping, and they take half of your money. So
Okay. Did you have to pay them something up front,
no,
or was it just...
no?
Okay.
Actually, they're still out there. I mean, I encourage any band that's independent to go to them and submit your music because it's been background music on History Channel for like
Counting cars.
Counting Cars
Nice.
and
NFL
the
halftime?
guy out in the desert at Restoration.
American Restoration.
Yeah, I also
You
seen
know, it just
it like
it
when
pops
they were
up and you're like, oh shit, okay.
NFL.
See, I've never even heard of them. I've never even heard of them.
Jingle Punks, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
And it's a really cool. I mean, you'd have to go to the website and you go through the process to submit your stuff. Long story short, I didn't know it was going to happen at all. The wrestling thing, I had no tip. Hey guys, we landed a placement for you. This blah blah blah.
Would have been nice.
Would have been nice to know.
Yeah.
So the way we found
We
out,
would have promoted it. We would have said things.
exactly, we could have
I
capitalized.
would have geeked
maybe.
out about that for a month.
Maybe that's why I submitted my shit there. I don't know. Not bad mouth, and they did get us in there.
Didn't
but
we just
it
try
was
to-
just like a timing thing. Long
Well,
story
I
short,
mean, no,
we didn't know it was going to happen.
I mean, like, so we have a song off our new album called Like You Hate Me. And it's probably the least likely song I would expect to do any traction.
Okay.
Because it's like there is like a little Alice in Chainsy bridge that's like very singy and kind of melodic.
Okay. Yeah.
But like the song starts just it's fast, it's thrashy. I'm just screaming nonstop, and it's about rough sex. So like, it's called "Like You Hate Me" because I literally the music stops and I go "fuck me like you hate me."
I get it. Yeah.
So that song has some of our best numbers on Spotify, and I only recently found that out. I didn't know that.
Isn't it weird what triggers people? It's like, you try to figure out.
It's not because here's why. I looked at it. I randomly logged into our Spotify account and looked at our numbers, and I was like, how did this get 1,500? Like, I'm looking at everything and being like, our numbers are not amazing or anything. I'm going to say numbers that make us look terrible.
Yeah. We're being real here.
Yeah,
This is real.
Yeah. Music sucks. Don't do it.
Love it or hate it. That's all there is to it.
Don't make it. Make it in your bedroom and have fun with it, and don't spend money on it. It's the worst.
YouTube it.
But
Pornhub it.
But I only recently figured out how to get paid through TuneCore. I had a little bit of money sitting in my TuneCore account, and I was just
they changed their pay thing.
Oh,
now
it's just
a whole nother process.
Yeah, and then I had to file tax return stuff, and it's
this
$10.99,
is
and
too
serious.
$30. I mean, what are we doing here?
Made 30 and 060.
50.
Taxation.
Yeah,
So
I'm not a big fan anymore.
So what I discovered was the reason why that song was doing kind of well suddenly is I looked, there's a button if you have a Spotify musician account. There's a button you can press that's like, well, why? Let me see what the breakdown of who's hearing these songs.
Like a graph of what's happening. Yeah.
And what I found was it was other playlist was through the roof. I was like, where the fuck is that coming from? So I went to it, and that's when I discovered that song is on all the TikTok playlists and all these things.
Yeah.
And it's and I also listened to the other songs on there. It does not fit.
Wow.
It's all super EDM poppy, not some of it's. I mean, it's not none of the songs are explicit, so it's not oh well, we're not on a Kids Bop playlist or anything like that.
Yeah.
But by the way, I want that song to have a Kids Bop.
That would be great.
That'd be awesome.
I'm ready for
Flip
it.
that one, would you?
But I mean, they've done worse. See, some of the songs. If they can do a Nicki Minaj song, they can do one of mine. But that was and so I was like, we're on all these Spotify playlists, and so. But see, here's the thing. What's weird is that we looked into how do we get on some of these major Spotify playlists, including some of the ones that Spotify themselves curates.
Yeah.
The heavy metal workout one or whatever. Yeah. So what we found out was
generic genre.
Yeah, exactly. It's getting pumped. It's if you want to work out to Shinedown, this is the
Shinedown. Pump.
No hate on Shinedown. I'm not little hate on Shinedown, but not too much. Not too much.
Why are they so good?
Dust kicker.
I let's not do that because they live here and I might actually meet them and I don't want to.
Actually, no, they don't anymore.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, then fuck Shine.
Yeah. The members that were from here still live here, but they're not in the band.
I absolutely adore your cover of Simple Man. It's wonderful. But Five Finger Death Punch sucks. Anyway.
Hey.
Although
I
did say on
we get a lot of crap for that one. I don't care.
Jason Jagodzinski.
Say that?
I did. Someone is going to take. No one's going to do this because no one cares. But I did say on a That Riff podcast that I did when I came down here for one of the Not So Silent nights that we played. And they were like, "What's your dream tour?" And I said, "It's us touring with Five Finger Death Punch because I think our music would fit." And I said that knowing I didn't like Five Finger Death Punch.
You were totally satire.
But I was like, it wasn't satire. I was like, no, we would do great on that lineup.
Good crowd.
I hate this
Heavy
band.
music.
But I get what you're
But
saying.
they would like us.
Yeah.
Right.
They would love us. They would be like, this band is fun and kind of heavy and...
I could lift weights to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
So the thing I was going to reveal, the secrets of the music industry,
Here we go.
was what we discovered, the secrets of the music industry that we discovered by fucking up, trying to be in it.
That's how it works.
Was
Usually.
that apparently to get on those Spotify playlists, you have to submit your music before you put the album out. So you can't officially put it in. You have to submit it to the
Yeah,
playlist.
yeah, sure.
Like months before
That's the
you
same way
actually
these
put the thing
podcasts
in.
are too with Spotify. You got to submit them and wait for approval. But once it's there,
Yeah.
the feed can go
Well,
through.
but the songs specifically for these specific playlists, like you can, it's not hard to get your music on Spotify.
I got you.
TuneCore,
It's because they
DistroKid,
curate
it on
CD
the-
Baby, they all do it.
yeah, yeah.
Is it because they curate it?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
And so if you have already, because we did this, we submitted a bunch of our songs off this new album to different playlists, and we tried different things. We took our heavier songs and sent them to heavier playlists, and we took some of our more melodic ones and sent them to more like rock radio kind of playlists and stuff. And they were all like, "Oh, you already put the album out. Well, we can't take you."
That's
Oh.
crazy.
So yeah, it's a thing. Like you can't. You have to put it in before. It's silly and it's nonsense, and I hate
That
it.
is. I don't understand why there would be any kind of criteria for that. You know, landing whether the album's out or it's not. I don't,
It's not
yeah.
trendy anymore. You released it.
I think it's literally
It
like
won't be fresh from us.
it's like you know how like diamonds aren't actually rare. It's the false idea of diamonds being rare that makes them expensive.
Yeah, it's the
Sure.
stigma they put on them.
Yeah,
This is a precious stone.
I think
Why?
Why
that's how
is
it works.
Why do we have to decide that that's precious?
Yeah, because
What makes gold so precious?
but like
Yeah.
literally
The
nothing.
same thing.
Diamonds actually have like a legitimate purpose. Like if you diamond
use
tip
that.
something,
Yeah.
it can break anything.
Cut
but
through a
gold is like the
stone.
weakest shit in the world.
It is.
It is. It melts under very.
It's literally
Minimal
only
pressure.
useful because we said it's worth something.
It's pretty.
It's exactly.
It's
true.
pretty.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
What do you do? I'm pretty.
it's pretty and kind of a little hard to find.
I'm a little bit rare,
I'm
but
weak.
other than that, I'm just here to conduct electricity really well.
You know, apparently
That it does.
gold would be worthless if we could mine the asteroid belt. Because a lot
It's
of
all
those
through it.
asteroids
Yeah, sure.
have lots of gold in them.
Sure.
You know who's trying to do that?
Elon.
Elon Musk.
Good for him.
He said we're going to grab one and we're going to mine it.
Good for Elon Musk. I do support his like.
I do too, man. I love what he's doing.
I don't.
man.
There's a few things he says sometimes that I'm not like
I
super
think he's
on,
being cocky.
but like
he's really
yeah,
being like he is.
What about his new car design?
I haven't seen
Cardboard
it.
box.
I haven't seen it.
He's talking about the truck.
The latest news I heard from.
I mean I drive a Kia Soul, so I'm used to driving a
This
box.
is like a Hummer meets a box.
Dude, I had a Tesla on the way here just spank me off the green light.
I mean,
And I know they do that. And he did it on purpose because I know he was like, you got a V8, but I'm sitting here in a little car. Watch it.
zero
Gone.
emissions.
I couldn't.
oh, I have seen this. Yeah. I mean, I'm super
I want-
about the electric car design and trying to get that more normalized. I know
am too.
he
No
has
doubt.
said that his goal is to, you know, right now it's kind of more of a luxury car, and
Yes.
he has said his goal is to make it like
Before.
Yeah,
one
man.
day there will be a version of it.
Well, hey, I just
That
bought
thing
a.
right
Yeah.
there looks like it wants to beat the shit out of RoboCop.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a RoboCop car. Yeah.
It's the Cybertruck.
I mean, I just paid like 44 or so for my truck. Silverado 19.
Yeah.
Crew cab, all that. This is 50. Not that far off, really.
No,
You know what I mean? As far
Yeah.
as jumping to an electric
Oh, is it really?
truck.
It's
Yeah.
only 50?
That's what he's.
That's-
the
the
base.
base.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
You
not
want-
bad.
That's
No,
not bad.
it's not.
That's not
it's
bad.
not horrible. Not at
Now,
all.
the latest news I heard from Elon Musk was that he was getting behind Kanye West, who announced that he is going to be running for office this year.
I think
What? I mean, is that real? Can we?
That's
let's
what I'm
debunk
saying.
I
that
mean,
right
he might run as like some third
Independent
Well,
deal,
we say
yeah.
third party, but it's like eighth party
now.
candidate.
Where are we at here? Yeah.
It's
Hey, wait! I have to interject with that because he was a Trump supporter. Like, how are you going to run against him now?
What
I've
if
heard-
it's
What's
a
going
smoke
on here?
cloud thing?
I've heard though. Yeah, I've heard of like a thing to where it was like that was all like a game to try to get Trump to do some prison reform.
With his wife, Kim.
Yeah,
That did happen.
which
That's
is
real.
kind of like if there's like truth to that it was all a game, because I'm all about prison reform. I'm
He's
like
smart.
not about how our prisons work.
I agree.
So like
Enslavement camps.
yeah, good. Well,
It's like that episode of Rick and Morty. It's It's slavery with extra steps.
Yeah. Don't you wish you knew everything?
I'm not saying we shouldn't. Like, I'm not. People are gonna, because if I make this point, people are gonna say, "Oh, you think just no one should go to prison?"
No.
No.
But there's a lot
But when
of-
you have a 70%
Not
going back rate, and then you look at the fact that they're privatized, which means they need a high rate of return because that's how they make money. It's like there's no reason to rehabilitate people.
No.
There's no reason to take someone who's a criminal and be like, there's another way, because you profit off of people going to fucking prison.
And you kind of rely on them choosing to do better in the end anyway, right? You know?
Victimless crimes as well. Why are we putting people in jail for victimless crimes?
Decriminalize non-violent crime.
I agree.
And not legalize, because when you legalize it, you create a system of like people needing licenses and stuff.
I agree.
Which once again creates like a thing to where police have to look for
The
like,
ones that aren't licensed.
Oh, you're
Yes.
prostituting yourself. I don't give a shit what you do with your body. Fucking, if you want to make money off of the fact that you're hot and can have sex with people for money, do it.
That's on you.
That's you
Yeah,
at the
I
end
don't.
of the day.
I don't care.
I mean, I have sex with people for money, but that's another episode.
I buy my wife pizza sometimes, and then she has sex with me. You know.
By the way, Eric, he's got a very special coupon for you on the way out tonight.
Oh, I'm with it.
Next time you're in
yeah.
Jacksonville,
Oh yeah.
I have no money,
we got a real good.
so that should be known before anybody shows me their butt. No, decriminalize all of it. Like make it not legalize, because when you again, it just creates that system of like, oh, but you have to have a license. Fuck that.
I see what you're
Decriminalize
saying.
it. If it's not hurting anybody, let them do it. It doesn't matter.
It strangles the war on it too.
Well,
So you've decriminalized
they've
drugs.
capitalized off the war. That's the problem.
That's
you know?
exactly
100%.
They
correct.
make money off the war, just like they do any other war.
Not to get
you
super
know?
political on it at all, but
But
just
it's
common
real.
sense.
It's fucking real.
Okay,
you
but
know?
like
You
that,
know.
because I've said that a couple times too. But that's also a statement people make, especially when talking about their music, that drives me a little crazy, because it's like, I don't want politics in my music. It's like, but literally everything is political.
You're
Look
right.
what
It is.
Rage
Like-
did with it.
You
Like
can't get away from it.
everybody is it's not even like, I'm not saying like write music where you're just like, Joe Biden for president. Don't do that. Like no, that's silly and cheesy, and I hate it.
Joe
but
Biden.
Sorry.
He just like smells. He just like smells.
He's an asthma guy.
Don't forget.
He's all with the ASMR videos.
But when people say things like, "Oh, don't get political," it's like, but literally everything, even the statement "don't be political" is political.
You're taking a stance.
Like you're saying, and I think when you start telling people what not to make art about, that's when art gets really boring.
Yeah.
And
you're
I'm
right.
not-
Yeah,
this is
it's like
not-
ice cream, man. If you only had chocolate and vanilla, I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
I had a whole thought in my head recently about like when people say everything needs to be centered. It's like, but
No, it
but
don't.
not everything doesn't. It
Not
does.
it- not
some
art.
things should. Some
Some
things
things, yeah.
centered is good.
I thought
but
we were
like,
working on that as a society. Honestly, I thought we were already to some points. Some are bad. Things need changed, but some things are okay. We did build some things that we need to keep
I
you
think,
know what I mean?
I think that some people
before we tear
like,
it all apart.
I think some people just like to make things as simple as possible for themselves, which I get. I mean, like nobody
Easier that way.
nobody can be truly educated. The decisions that the average person is forced to make when it comes to like voting and stuff, it's so complicated.
To the average person, it absolutely is.
It's so like I don't have time. I do not have time to sit down and really actually like study all these things.
All the nuances
But
of
so
every
what,
part
yeah.
of what needs to be.
Nuance is a nightmare. Nuance is a nightmare, but it's also like what we need to consider, because when people just say like everything should be middle ground, well, to go off the ice cream thing,
Yeah.
chocolate and vanilla are centered ice creams, and I like Ben and Jerry's because they put whatever the fuck they want in ice
Sort of
cream.
nuts,
Okay, that's a good one.
strawberries, fucking blueberries, all
I'm a
of it.
Cherry Garcia guy. What are you?
You
Half
talking
baked.
Ben and Jerry's?
I
I love half baked. That's
That's a good
the
one.
one.
I did like what was it the Jimmy Fallon one, the late night snack?
Yeah,
That had like
yeah.
the chocolate covered
The
chips in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was fun. I liked that one.
I
Keith?
used to be a chunky monkey guy.
I haven't really ate a lot of Ben and Jerry's.
Oh.
So. I would have to go with like mint chocolate.
If I said that, no one would believe me.
Ben and Jerry's is what happens when a child makes ice cream flavors.
I would go with the F.I.L.T.H flavor.
It would probably be mint chocolate.
See, Ben and
Key lime
Jerry's is the
pie
closest
with
thing
sea
I think
salt.
that we have to Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Those dudes are just like
Fuck it.
animal crackers, frosty.
It's what they let you do when you
Wait.
get a Hershey.
It's
build
already
your
got already chocolate ice cream with cookie dough in it. We want caramel and brownies as well.
Do it.
Do it.
Make it so.
What did you eat last night? Throw that in there too.
I want you to
Yeah.
vomit into the ice cream batch, and we'll just see what happens.
See,
if
those-
it's gross, we discontinue it.
If
Those
not,
dudes have
we
kept
know
it
what we
real
got.
though. They haven't deviated from their original business plan.
There's a shop in St.
just like-
Augustine.
We're still hippies. Like, I know we're running a corporation, but we're still going to treat people great, and we're still going to have fun and make ice cream. That's just out there. So I respect that.
There was a vegan group who hit them up, and were like, Ben and Jerry's, we know you're hippies, and we know you'll do anything, because they will. And they said, we want you to stop using milk from cows. We want you to use women's breast milk
Wow.
in your ice cream. And I was like, a lot of people got mad. A lot of people was like, that's insane. And I was like, do it.
Why
Just
not?
like, I'm not saying stop making everything else, but make one pie.
Make it an option.
just try.
Yeah, just
Why-
like
just for
let's
the
start with a simple
experimentation
flavor. Just
fact.
make a vanilla ice cream that's made with women's breast milk. I want to know.
I bet, man, there's a lot
I'm
more
in.
sugar in there.
I'm 100%.
Breast milk is sweet.
It is.
It is. It's kind of like
I know it's
creamer.
a weird topic. but,
Different
you know,
strokes for different folks, man.
I will try it once, and maybe more depending on how it
Can you
tastes.
imagine the commercial for that? It's just
moms.
a room full of ladies that are holding suction cups on it. We
Not these
ethically
days, brother.
harvest our breast milk.
This is never gonna happen.
It's got to
these
be like
days.
supermodels doing a pump thing, like and like it's way too sexualized for what it is.
Kosher.
That happened a lot back in the 80s
I
and 90s.
am in.
And Ben and Jerry are just like, organic.
Put out one flavor. See how it does.
Mother.
Mother's milk.
If it fails, yeah, and that's what you call it.
Yeah, mother's milk.
Tastes like mother.
Oh, God. Then it got dark.
We got the soundbite right here.
When it comes to food, man, if it tastes good, I'm in.
Speaking of food,
Oh God.
Oh, here it
We
comes.
have been like chatting a while, so I suppose
Yeah,
we're close to
we're
that.
about
Food.
an hour and a half in. We're good. I mean,
So
we can keep
tonight's
going.
sponsor
There
is
no time
again
limit.
Pattaya Thai on King Street. We mentioned them last week. This week they blessed us with some great food to eat, and he's going to try to kill Eric's colon.
He's got to get another shot in him.
need
to try
something
to
Yes.
get it, man.
We actually have some too, guys.
am I cool now? Nope. Nope.
Nope.
You got to do that cup song. I got my ticket for the low.
I am a drummer, but I am not coordinated
I
enough for
couldn't
that
do it
bullshit.
either. I'm with you on that one.
And God bless you, Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Absolutely. Everything you're in is fabulous. Even your small parts in Twilight that I've been forced to watch a billion
She
times.
seems likable. She seems very nice.
Sorry, I had to turn your mic down. You're over there, crispy critter in it.
Man.
This ain't the hot stuff, by the way. The hot stuff is right there with the writing on it.
This is like, I'm going to have a nice dinner stuff.
Pad Thai.
I do love me some Thai food.
Dude, this is some good shit.
Now,
Although it might be a little cold by now.
in the spirit of us eating
It's
noodles,
better when it's cold.
the spirit of us eating noodles, I sent you a video that I saw on Facebook.
Oh, yes.
I want to end with that funny video, just because of what we're eating.
We can do this.
I think you'll appreciate
Need
it.
some silverware, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so I gotta take, first off, so lime kills heat, so I'm gonna move the lime away.
Is that
Wow.
a neutralizer? He's already, dude.
gonna
You
move
fucked
the lime
up.
away.
He knows what he's doing.
Russ, he's moving the line, Russ.
Because I don't want anyone to think like I'm like cheating.
I am going to use my lime because
He's going
I am
100%
baby.
in first, maybe
Yeah.
neutralize later.
Yes, that's how this works.
You got to go in first.
It's lime or anything super fatty. That's what kills heat. or,
That's
or
good to know.
alcohol will work too.
So you did learn something out of all of this.
Listen up, the
today.
man's a teacher. Not
I know.
Not history, but
Not history.
Not history.
Not history.
Do not ask him
Don't-
about
don't
Abe
come at
Lincoln
me.
or Kennedy's or any kind of shit in the past.
Who was the 31st president of the United? I don't fucking know.
I can tell you who the second president was.
Let's see that. Oh no, we're done with Google. All right,
are we all good?
I think we're waiting for Eric to.
to die.
Either we need to help him out.
It looks
after
really
this.
good.
It does actually. It looks delicious.
Don't
That's a
want to
good
leave him in
bite.
the dark.
That's
If he needs help, we
a
need
good
to
bite.
get
that's
there.
generous.
That's a good
I mean,
bite.
I gotta see what it is.
I know.
I don't know if I would even go that deep first, but I mean,
It says don't fear the Reaper, which makes me think there's Reaper pepper in this.
okay.
Smell it.
That's
Tell us
a
what
pretty
you're.
I smelled it earlier. It doesn't smell that hot.
Don't fear the Reaper.
It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't.
Thai food kind of it adds up. Like it's not the first bite, but like the third bite is what.
Kind of like wasabi.
I would like to walk around in there for a minute because I see you staring off.
I don't like doing this, but well, I don't know. We'll see. I might enjoy this.
You might.
Nah.
A whole bite. Here we go.
He went for it.
Okay, don't fear the Reaper. Where we at? Where we at? Level.
There's something in there.
Okay, here it comes.
Yeah.
Them cheeks are turning red.
Let's
Gonna
talk
start
through
sweating.
it. Let's talk through it, Eric. Tell us what you're experiencing.
Can't talk.
Okay.
Is it
Okay.
good? Is it good?
It's tasty.
Okay.
It is a good Pad Thai. It's already kind of hot, and I know Reaper likes to creep up on you.
Okay.
Reaper is a creeper.
He's a well-educated, hot, spicy.
Oh yeah,
eating guy.
I've done pretty. Oh, this is. Yeah, this is hot.
He's basking in it.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Here we go.
Here's the ride.
Okay.
I feel bad, man. He's the only one going on the ride. We're over here like watching him, studying him, like.
I can do another bite.
Wow.
Russ, he
Yep, we
just
got
said. Oh, he just got it, dude.
Now you've given him the nonverbal fuck you.
Don't you play your games with me?
And it was another generous bite.
He says he fears no Reaper.
Motherfucker, I eat.
This is
Okay.
some good stuff right
It's
here.
hot. It's hot. It's not. I've had worse.
You've had worse.
I've had worse. It's hot.
Okay.
It's consistent.
Like, there's no immunity. You can't build it up.
No, you can't.
Now,
It's just gonna
you can't.
do the same thing.
is the flavor of it being delicious helping the heat?
I want to see you
Honestly,
sweat.
the heat actually complements the flavor pretty well.
as it does in most Thai food.
Yeah, which I've noticed in other.
He caught him off.
There
guard.
it is.
Yeah.
Woo!
There's the Reaper.
Okay, a little euphoric now.
Oh, you're
That's
starting to sweat.
all right,
a
all
little.
right, all
He
right.
is sweating, dude.
all right. So here's why you eat hot food. Hot food gives you a euphoria because as your brain starts dealing with the fact that you're on fire, it starts releasing endorphins,
There you go.
which gives you this little euphoric feeling. So it's kind of like the most legal, cheapest way to get like high. Because, yeah, this is spicy. Yeah, this is spicy.
Is it
So
uncomfortably
he's saying he's
spicy,
full
though?
of endorphins right now. That's what
It's-
he's trying to say.
You're handling it like a champ.
So there's.
He's kind of shiny, guys.
I was gonna
His-
say,
his
if we could
forehead's
get the
shining a
camera
little.
I
closer.
sweat a lot though. Like I sweat a lot in like most conditions.
Me too. It's the fat guy.
So there's like normal people spicy. There's
Taco Bell?
spicy, and then there's challenge spicy. This is sitting maybe close to challenge spicy, but not full on.
Don't want to get in trouble.
Russ.
You need a waiver past
It's
what
hot.
they got.
It's hot. I mean, I've done the Death Nut Challenge, which has like the last nut is like 12 million.
I've seen that.
So I've done it
Okay.
twice,
You
and the
see?
second time I did it without food on my stomach, and I like threw up, and that was like gnarly. And I
God.
kind of thought I was gonna go to the hospital for a second, and I didn't. Russ, you did a good job. This is both very tasty and
He hit it on the
a little
line.
violent.
Yeah, for us.
It's a very good line to hit.
Again, Pattaya Thai, King Street, Jacksonville, Florida.
I mean, I'm gonna go in again because it's very tasty.
That
Kinda
should
like
tell you
watching
right
a
there.
car crash.
Yeah,
Like,
look at it.
It hurts, but
It
it's
hurts,
like it's
but
so
it's
damn
worth
good.
it.
I gotta keep eating it.
It hurts so good, everybody.
Yeah, this could be my dinner.
And
This is
don't
good.
forget, anything
He's
can
in.
be used as a dildo.